Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Nor from CZT Maria Vennekens, and I hope I pronounced that correctly. All right, it caught my eye, and then I kept looking. I'm like, no, this is actually really cool. And let's see, I'm going to do a 9 grid. So the way this one is, I'm like, all right, let's just do, okay, we're going to do a little box. Ish in the center. And let me come this way. I like the rusticness of it. And then what my brain goes is like, oh, let's make them. And then the other part of my brain goes, stop worrying about, making sure that it's, exactly or close to exactly. I think it's kind of neat being, like I said, a little rustic, a little wonky. And what a neat fill-in tangle for whatever space that you're looking to fill. All right, then, and I also like that it's super easy. Then, and again, it's a definitely don't worry about it type of thing. Just, we're going to clip off a corner like this, kind of a C-shape, but maybe a squared C-shape curve line. And on my version of the step outs, just because I don't know, I'm anal about some things, and and it's just like, well, I just want to show this is what the shape looks like, and then you just continue it in each corner. I also don't like to assume anything. I don't want to assume that, oh, you understand this, because I speak to the newest person, the person that like myself, can't draw stick people to save their life. Art is not their thing. So that way I can make sure to bring everyone along. So, and I also share it so that way if you're looking at this and you're like, well, I could never. Yes, you can. It's the other reason that I take away all the excuses. Yes, you can. And so we just do this in all of the boxes. And it's a nice one that you could kind of get lost in. And it's kind of neat because it's like this is hollowed underneath, and I'm not worrying about if things line up. In fact, I was just thinking about it, like, oh, you could think hollowing throughout there, and it's in. Of course, you can. There's nothing wrong with if you want to, pay more attention and, to it and make sure it's all, hollowed neatly. But at the same time, you don't have to stress out about it either. You can just have fun with this tangle. Like that. All right. And then it's just like, okay, think of the fun. Now you have all of the space, and we could pretend that, there's a string line, out here somewhere that this is, what you're filling in. And it's kind of like, well, so many ways that you could approach this. It would be a lot, but you could fill in all of this outside grid area. That's the part above. What I'm going to do is just the kind of the over and unders. But could, do something in the little boxes on the side and leave the other ones open. So many ways you can have fun with this. Okay, I want to, ignoring what I just said, I want to point out all of the different ways I have done this in this one example. Here to prove, hopefully, how much it doesn't matter. And, whatever happens, and it's going to turn out and be just fine. That's the hardest part about Zentangle, is getting to that point of, oh, you know what? Okay, oh, this is the way it landed. Okay, well, let's just go with it and see what happens. And just to not worry about it. Hardest part. And I am doing this in this fashion because I'm always working on, making sure that I have the tip of the pencil, tip of the tortillon on the place that I want it to be darkest. Or I also look at it as the place that I don't want to go over. And so I was like, well, let's get all of them done here. And I could probably, on that last one, use what's left on the tortillon. And just by the way, I'm using the General's 555 layout pencil. This is a special one. General's is so nice to Zentangle. They've made those special. They have also small of the white charcoal. There's also a special set. You can't. I couldn't find it anywhere else. That they created for Zentangle with the chalk pencils, and I think I have it on my site. So if you're interested, and it's a set of 6, so you get like all the regular red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and heliotrope, which is a purple. So if you're looking for a set of of chalk pencils, how do I get on that subject? Oh, just because I was talking about Generals, and how neat they are. You can find that if you go into the description section, looking below the links to the step outs, you'll find my link tree, and on there, I call it the enabler. I think I put like the store, just because in our Tangle sessions, we have a joke, whenever we talk about something new, it's an enabler alert. So those that succumb to, ooh, I must buy that. They have opportunity to shut their ears, turn on the mute for a minute, so that way we can talk. It's a joke. And I go with it. So anyway, but I have that store set up. It's an Amazon store, and if you click on any of the links, I get a little commission. Thank you in advance. If you decide to shop through that, but I have curated a number of lists of the stuff that I use, the stuff that I know people that use, and it's like, oh, okay, well, that's cool, I'll add it. I don't add just stuff because it's there to add. We want to add good stuff. But anyway, this is really, really cool. I'm also thinking, you know what? I'm going to just do it. I'm not going to just think about it. Let's try this. So I want to add a little dimension besides, the over and unders. And one way to do that is I'm going to just trace over. Well, I'm going to, or sort of over. That's the challenge when you're going over something and redefining it, is you have to be careful. And then, if you're not, then it just ends up thicker. And then, of course, you could just do that with everything else. Also cleaning up the little bit of graphite that went over. Okay, so wait, let me do this one. Yeah, I mean, look at how neat that is, or different, I guess. I think it's neat. Sometimes we have too much of like one size of line, and so it's one darkness. And just like shading is the magic, sometimes just adding a little heavier line to emphasize something, it can almost be as magical as when we add the graphite. And to me, I'm going a little bit slow because see, like right here, it can clean those kind of things up. So I kind of have the pen. I don't know if you. Well, let me go down further. I kind of have it on the outside, so it is making these a little bit thicker. but it is helping with me with some course corrections. Can't do too much. Go too out there. I mean, unless you want to make it really thick. Yeah, I like that. It's neat. All right, it's just such an interesting tangle, and I like it. Neat fill in. Gosh, you know what? If you did it bigger, even, you could sort of make it like a reticula, and put, other tangles inside those. Maybe. It'd be interesting. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I mentioned the description section, links to step outs. Below that is my link tree. So if you enjoy this and you want to connect, all of my social media is there. Links to website, link back to this YouTube channel. So it's if, like I said, if you enjoy what I put out, feel free to bookmark the link tree, and then there's access to everything. I do want to highlight, if you are interested in classes, there are a couple links there to follow me for classes, and it's good to follow, especially if you're in a different time zone. I honestly teach on Tuesdays and Thursdays. All the sessions start at 11 or 7 o'clock p.m. and I should say, I do 2 sessions. So all of the start times and everything is the same, unless we have the odd time where I have to reschedule. So you could set your calendar if you wish. On Thursdays, it's always free. It's called Tangle Time. Come and join us. On Tuesdays, those generally have a fee, except for the third Tuesday, or it's called Tough Tangle Tuesday. That one, at the time of this recording this month, I did have to move it, but generally, but at the same time, if you follow, you can get a reminder. It'll be in your time zone. It just makes it easier. And we like easy. Easy is good. Also, to highlight, we have a Tangle Addicts community group on Facebook. So if you happen to be on there and want to join us, when you click the link, answer the 4 questions, and that will get you in. And let's see what else from my memory banks. I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching. And I wish you happy tangling.